What's going on, guys? This is Kobe back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to try to keep it to about 10 minutes. I'm going to talk about how you can sell more beats by using the power of making more offers. This really isn't as complicated as it sounds. When it comes to selling beats, a lot of people will try to overcook it and try to make it really complicated, but really the more simple your sales funnel is and the more simple your techniques are, you just need to do more of those things, and that's really what I'm going to break down in this video.
I appreciate all the support. If you guys would like and comment and subscribe to the channel, then we'll get into the video.
So the first thing I want to get into is test size. So what I mean by that is how many offers are you actually making? And by offer, I want to quantify that. Basically, what I mean by an offer is by you asking an artist to buy a beat from you, or by you posting a beat and having a caption that says, to purchase this beat, DM me, or by you having some kind of link in your description on YouTube. So that is an offer for somebody to go and buy it. So that's all that I mean by saying an offer. And what I mean by test size is how many offers are you actually making in order to get that initial sale. So a lot of people mistakenly come to the conclusion that a certain sales technique doesn't work, and this is because they have not tested it enough times. They don't have a large enough test size. So a quick example, a lot of people will come to me and say, hey, your sales technique doesn't work. And I'm like, well, how many times did you try it? And they say, well, 5 times. And I'll ask the same question to somebody and they'll say, well, I tried it about 50 times. And even if you've tried it 500 times, that still isn't enough to come to the conclusion that something doesn't work. And that's what I really want to break down in this video is you need to have a very broad, large test size in order to come to a real conclusion that this technique is dead or doesn't work or it's not cost effective. So a lot of people will come to the wrong conclusion that paid advertisement doesn't work. And this is because they simply haven't tested enough strategies for long enough and put enough money behind it usually. So that's something that I found this year is that using paid advertising actually does work for me and my brand now, but it just didn't work then because I was trying out the wrong method. I was using the wrong budget size and I didn't test it long enough for the algorithm to start working, for like Facebook ads and all of that stuff. But that's sidetracking from the main point that I'm making, which is you have to make more offers. So a lot of people, this is something that I broke down in one of my Instagram videos. They're making money off their beats. You've sold your first beat, you've sold 10 beats maybe, but you're not making money fast enough. So you want to maybe do music production part-time and have a part-time job, or maybe you want to be full-time at this and you're like, well, I'm making $300 a month, or I'm making $500 a month off of beats, but I need to get to that $5,000 mark, or I need to get to that $3,000 mark, whatever you need to pay your bills and to sustain yourself off of music. And the reason is not that you're not making money. You are making money. Everybody's making money. You're just not making it fast enough. So that's the main point of today's video. You have to make more offers in order to make more money off your beats. So, and this doesn't mean you have to go out and call somebody over the phone and start, cold calling somebody like the insurance companies and things like that. What you do need to do is to put your brand out there and expose it to cold traffic, turn that into warm traffic. So it's people that didn't know you and now they're artists or producers that do know you. And now you can pitch them a product. Now you can actually make them an offer. It's a lot of people use cold traffic ineffectively because they're trying to make offers. They're trying to sell through Instagram Reels. That's not what that's for. It's for captivating an audience that does not know you and moving them to an audience that does know you. Then you need to use a different form of content in order to sell those people on your product. So this kind of brings me to the formula behind selling any kind of product and making a successful business. And this requires 3 different things. So this requires an audience, an offer, and an application. So I made those kind of rhymes so that it sticks in your head, but I'll break it down for you real quick. So what I mean by audience is simply people that know you and people that you can market to. And what I mean by an offer, I already explained that, is basically you putting a link to sell something through, maybe you're using email marketing and you text, I have this kind of deal open, I have 2 new beats, for sale, or maybe it's through text marketing. You say, hey, check out my site through this link, or it's in your bio, or it's in the description on YouTube. That is an offer, as well as maybe you're reaching out to people through sending voice messages, sending DMs, and all of that other stuff. And the last thing that's required to have a successful business is an application. And this really is just a product. As a music producer, this can be your beats. Maybe you're offering additional services like mixing and mastering, promotional services, and other things. But for the main part, is going to be your beats, and this can be a basic lease. This can be your exclusive licenses, custom beats, whatever kind of packages you're selling. This is what your core product is, and it's essential to your business. So if you are lacking in any one of these 3 areas, then your business is going to fail. And I'll take this and apply it to the people who are doing beat funnels. So a lot of these people are selling beats through ClickFunnels and running ads so that they can get people onto a page, and they give away a few beats in order to get them to their offer, which is maybe like 100 beats for $25, let's say. A lot of those people are making a lot of money, and a lot of them are losing a lot of money because they simply don't understand the 3 basic aspects of business that lead to you being successful financially, at least. So you need a great product in order to sell a lot of beats. So a lot of people are trying to sell a subpar product and make money off of it. And it requires so much more marketing, it's so much more branding, it's so many more offers than you need to actually really make money. And it's because their product is suffering, and artists frankly don't want it. So if you have artists that don't want your beats and you have 100 beats for $25 and they don't want any of them, then they're not going to purchase. But if you are making 100 beats that are amazing and it's only $25, then that means it's actually valuable now. But if it's 100 beats that the artist really is not vibing to, then you're not going to make a lot of money off of that, no matter how great your marketing is. And if you are making money off of that, you're going to have to scale those ads up so much by putting more money into them, and it's not going to be as cost effective as it could be. So that's something to think about, is make sure that your core product is good enough to market, because if you don't have a core product, then you really don't even have a business. I've seen so many producers that they need to go back and work on their mixes, they need to work on their production, but instead they're trying to market and they're trying to push all of their beats out on social media and to get organic traffic and paid traffic, when they need to be back in the lab focusing on making better beats. And then a lot of people will prematurely try to use advertisements to promote their brand and to get more beat sales and things like that. And this is another mistake that I see, because a lot of people do not realize that you don't need to be advertising your business in the early stages. What you need to be doing is using all of the platforms that you have access to and getting your music out on those, so that people that don't know you will now know about you, and you can start building up that first aspect that we talked about. The first one is your audience. So you need an audience initially before you even start doing all of these paid advertisements. And a lot of people will wrongfully, once again, because they haven't had a proper test size yet, will come to the conclusion that paid advertisement doesn't work. And this is because they don't have an audience and they don't have a brand. So even if you have an amazing product, if you do not have a trustworthy brand and you do not have an audience, then people will not view you as a valid producer. And this is just the way things are. People don't trust you online unless you have social proof. So you need some social backing before you start running ads. If you run an ad through Facebook Ads Manager, or even if you promote it through Instagram, then they can still click on that profile, go to your page and see how many followers you have. And that is going to determine whether or not they really trust you. Make sure that you have an audience before you start using paid advertisements, and make sure that you're back in the lab working on your beats and making sure that they're up to par before you're actually marketing them heavily. So let me move on now to cold traffic and why cold traffic is so important to a business. So this was a mistake I made. When I first quit my job, I had so many followers that were interested in buying my beats, and they were interested in working, and people that I had working relationships with already. But the thing is that eventually I ran through a lot of those relationships. A lot of those artists quit making music, and I wasn't doing anything to expose my brand to cold traffic. I wasn't collecting emails. I wasn't using platforms like TikToks, Reels, YouTube Shorts, or anything to collect artist information and to bring them into my pipeline in my system in order to sell to them. So that's a mistake that I see a lot of people make, is they're just posting regular posts on Instagram, and they don't even realize that Instagram has moved on primarily to short form content. And that is because it allows you to expose your brand to so many more people that don't know you, and you can really target them in with the hashtags and everything. So even if you're only getting like 25 likes on a post, you might be exposing your brand to 500 artists that did not know who you were before they saw that post. So if you continue to post, you're gonna start getting followers. So you're able to build that audience up, but you're also able to maybe collect some data. Maybe they go and follow you and they click the link in your bio and you have like a free beat for them, or they can join your email list, or they download a beat from BeatStars and they get on your email list automatically. So that is a way to generate data, customer data, from using cold traffic sources. So that's something you want to always be doing, is going through that cycle of getting cold traffic transforming them into warm traffic, so people that don't know you into people that do know you and are interested in buying from you, and then getting their data in order to market to them on different levels. Maybe it's email marketing and text marketing. So let me move back into the core concept of this video, which is making more offers. And I want to use an analogy. So the analogy that I want to use is of a fish and a fisherman. So basically, when you're fishing, you cast a line into a waterway, maybe it's a pond, river, lake, whatever it is, and you have bait on it in order to attract the fish that you're trying to catch. So you put the bait on it and you cast your line in, but there is rarely any fisherman that actually will catch a fish from casting the line into the water one time. So what they have to do is they have to keep casting over and over again into the same spot, different spots, and test different areas in order to find fish that are interested in what they're offering. So I know this analogy is a little interesting, but basically the point that I'm trying to make is that the first time you make an offer to somebody, they may not be interested at all. But the second time you make that same offer, it might catch their ear, it might catch their eyes, whatever, and they're like, maybe that's interesting, but I'm not ready to purchase now. Maybe the third time, fifth time, eighth time you make that offer, the artist is like, okay, now I'm ready to purchase. I've checked this out, this looks really dope, and I'm really interested in buying this, so let me go and cop this right now. So that's what you have to take into account when you're doing email marketing, when you're doing any kind of offers. You have to do a lot. You have to test a lot in order to figure out if something actually even works. So that's the point I want to make. Like with email marketing, if you're not being consistent with this and you're only posting sending out an email blast like once a month, and you send it inconsistent times, and it's really not any kind of offer that's interesting to the artist, then you're probably making a huge mistake and coming to the conclusion that email marketing doesn't work. Because email marketing, while it is considered a dying platform or medium to market through, it's definitely still very effective, and you can sell a lot of beats through email. All you need to do is make sure that you have a great offer, you're building up that audience, which is the amount of subscribers to your email list, and you're actually consistently hitting them with offers so that you can test and see what they're interested in, what's selling, and focus on that and double down on it. So that's the point that I want to make from today's video. I don't want to make this video go on too long, but basically, if you don't get anything else from this video, then understand that you need to make more offers in order to sell more product. And if you are selling beats already, then you're making enough money. You're just not making enough money fast enough. So if you need help selling beats online, I do offer a beat selling guide. That is the link in my description. So you can go and purchase that. And basically what you get from that is my voice messaging template. You also will get how I sell beats online through selling over the phone. So that's something that a lot of people don't do, and something that a lot of producers are not teaching because they're simply not practicing it. But I sell thousands of dollars worth of beats every single month over the phone, and that's something that I want to teach you guys. I'm going to offer all of my frameworks for selling beats online successfully. So if you want that, you can cop that in the bio, or if you want a one-on-one consultation with me and we can go through Zoom and I can make a strategy specifically for you to sell more beats, you can purchase that in the description and then DM me on Instagram so that we can connect and I can help you guys sell more beats. So I'm gonna get out of here, but I appreciate you guys spending time watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out a lot, and I hope that this video has been helpful for you. I'll see you guys in the next one.
If you want a one-on-one consultation with me, then check out the link below to set that up. And if you want to learn how I make a living selling beats online, then check out my beat selling guide below.